Michelada, Michelada. Which is the right way to say it? And what the heck is it? Stick around, I'm about to show you. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Speakeasy. Today is Michelada Day, or Michelada Day. I don't know which is the right way to say it, but we're going to find out today. So let's pull out the details. Going to have to read this because I had to do a lot of research on this one. So what is a Michelada, and what is the proper pronunciation? Is it Michelada, like Michelob, or is it Michelada? Well, according to several Spanish-speaking references on the web, it is pronounced with a CH and not a K. So Michelada it is. All right, back to what is a Michelada. It is a beer cocktail. Two of my favorite things combined in one. Can't argue with that. So essentially, this is a Bloody Mary, only it's a Mexican Bloody Mary. I guess technically that makes it a Bloody Maria. Some recipes, such as in Mexico City, do not use any tomato juice, but rely on citrus, spices, and hot sauce. And then I guess the rest of Mexico, other than Mexico City, uses clamato juice, which is the standard. So guess what? I'm going to make it both ways. And let's get started. All right, so we're going to start off the Mexico City style. And what we're going to start off with here is we've got to make our salt that you line the rim with. And we are going to use Mexican Tajin seasoning with lime. So we're just going to pour some of this out on here, make this easy for us. Got about a tablespoon out here. But like I said, we're going to make two of them. And then we also need one lime wedge. Now we're going to make this in a pint glass. So let's get our pint glass, and we are going to take our lime wedge, and what we'll do is we will spin this around so that we have lime all over the edge of our glass, the rim, and then we're going to run this Tajin seasoning. Now some people say put it all the way around, some say put it like about half the glass. I'm going to go about 3/4. And I'm going to scoop it to make sure that I get it on the inside and on the outside. All right. So there we go. We have our pint glass with our Tajin seasoning. We got a lime wedge. So we are going to add lime juice, Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco, black pepper, and celery salt. All right, lime juice. We need a 1/2 ounce of lime juice. There we go, 1/2 ounce of lime juice. We need Worcestershire sauce, 2 dashes of Worcestershire sauce. 2 dashes. 1, 2. Came out of there a little bit different than I expected it to. We'll hope that works. Tabasco. Now we are actually using Tapatio Mexican hot sauce. We're going to have 2 dashes. That didn't come out there very good. It's coming out in drops instead of dashes. All right. I think we probably got our 2 dashes. Black pepper. Now a pinch of ground black pepper. So we'll do our pinch of ground black pepper. And celery salt. We have 1 pinch of celery salt. All right, there's our pinch of celery salt. Fill with the beer and garnish with a lime wedge. Well, what beer we have? Bada bing, bada boom. We got ourselves a Mexican Modelo. Not going to twist that off, am I? Where is my beer opener? There we go. Now, this is a classic Mexico City style Michelada. Now, Mexico City style, again, is using spices and hot sauce to make the drink rather than a tomato juice. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set that right there, Mexico City style. Now we're going to move on to the next one. This is the rest of Mexico style, I suppose. Do I have another glass? Well, I don't have that same style, but that's a pint glass too. So we're going to take, forgot to garnish it with a lime wedge. So we're going to take this one. We are also going to spin this around. We're going to put our Tajin seasoning. I'm going to put this one all around it. I just don't see any reason not to. All right. Now, fill the glass with some Clamato juice. Guess what? I've got Clamato juice. Fill it about 1/3 full with Clamato juice. Looks like about 1/3 to me. Add the hot sauce, the lime juice. All right, hot sauce. We got 2 to 4 splashes of hot sauce. Let's go for 3. 1. See, I'm getting drops, not splashes. 2. All right, I'm going to go for 4. 5. How's that? Since it kept coming out of there in drops instead of splashes. 2 splashes of Worcestershire sauce. Whoa, I think I got definitely 2 splashes there. And the soy sauce. This one has soy sauce. 2 splashes of soy sauce. That comes out of there fast too. That's definitely 2 splashes. Now this recipe says 1 lime juice. Typically, the juice of 1 lime is going to be about 1.5 ounces. So I've got 1.5 ounces of lime juice here. And then it actually says, what this one says is if you use Tajin to salt the rim, pour the rest of it into the glass. Well, as you can see, I've got way too much for that. So I'm going to do a couple of pinches of Tajin in the glass. Let's go for 3. And then we fill the rest with a beer. Got to do Modelo again. We are going full on Mexican style. And just as a side note, let me explain. I didn't have any Mexican beer whenever I thought about doing this. So I ran up to the store, which is very nearby my home. And there happened to be a young lady in there that I didn't recognize. And because she was new to working there. And I said, pardon the question, but are you a Latina? And she says, yes, I am. And I said, do these ingredients look familiar to you? She said, yeah, they do. I said, I'm getting ready to make a michelada. She said, do you have the tomato juice? I said, you mean Clamato juice? She said, yeah, you have to have Clamato. So she is all about this style of michelada, and this is the other style of michelada. So she knew exactly what I was getting ready to do. I told her I was getting ready to make one of these. So here we go. Oh, I forgot to garnish. There we go. There are your 2 different style of Mexican micheladas. Bloody Marys from the Mexico area. So let's try this. This is the Mexico City style michelada. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, it is it tastes like probably exactly what it looks like. Tastes like a beer with a bunch of spices and lime added to it. Can't get much more basic than that. Now, the other style. Yeah. Now, I used to say that I didn't like Bloody Marys. And the reason I didn't like Bloody Marys is because they would just tear me up. Like many of you out there, maybe, I am now on medication to keep my stomach acid in check to keep from tearing me up. And I have become to love me some Bloody Marys. Now, not too long ago, and I'll put a link to this video here, I made a Bloody Caesar, which is a Canadian Bloody Mary. And that turned out fantastic. Loved it. And this one, I'm going to assume, is a Mexican Bloody Mary. And that is good. I like tomato beers. Long time ago, I ran into a Killian's Red, which is, I guess, a commercialized version of a tomato beer, and I liked it. And I think that's where it started. Out of these two, which is better? Probably whichever. If you like Bloody Marys or you like tomato beer, you're going to go on this side. If you don't, I highly recommend you try this one. They're both good. I love, I like both of them. I really lean towards this one just because I like the spices, I like the tomato, I like the beer all together. This one's just a spicy beer. This one's a spicy tomato beer. So there it is. Hey, happy Michelada Day to everybody. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, visit scalperspeakeasy.com for more info. Share with your friends and family, and come back and see us next time here at the Speakeasy.